Creating a digital society is a multi-pronged endeavor, one that requires building the necessary infrastructure for connectivity, enhancing access to digital devices, and expanding access to online services. However, and perhaps most importantly, it also requires building a critical mass of digitally literate citizenry who are not only able to enjoy the benefits of the digital ecosystem, but also contribute to furthering innovations within it. As such, a key ICT sector priority for the first national strategy for transformation was to equip Rwandans with the necessary digital literacy and technical skills to compete on the global stage.
What we looked at was basic digital literacy for the population. We also looked at having ICT skills for the sector, and this is really the technical skills. And a lot of the work that we have achieved as a sector is through the digital talent policy that sort of highlights the different initiatives that we've undertaken, from the Digital Ambassadors program that is designed to build digital literacy skills for our citizens, to some of the ICT literacy programs that are already being undertaken within schools and the education system.
The government looked to develop talent at an early stage through initiatives such as the introduction of ICT tracks at A-level education, the integration of robotics in the national curriculum, and the creation of the Rwanda Coding Academy. Efforts were also invested in attracting world-class higher education and software training institutions in a bid to increase the talent pool with specialized ICT skills.
The decision to set up a campus here in Rwanda was by the invitation of the Rwandan government, realizing the skills gap in ICT in Rwanda and across the continent. Education, research, and entrepreneurship is a continuum. And so what we've been advancing is the integration of translating research and encouraging students and faculty to commercialize their technologies and ideas. We recently had graduation where over 100 new graduates graduated from our program, which brings the total of CMU Africa alumni to over 700 students, many of which are in ICT sectors in Rwanda and also across the continent. So we're very excited about the impact that our program has had and continues to have.
Andela is a talent marketplace. We have a network of developers, technologists, product managers, basically anyone you can think of within the technology pipeline. In Rwanda, we run an accelerator program called the Andela Technical Leadership Program, which trains 100 people every year. And then we place them in companies. To date, we've trained about 509, and we have another 150 plus currently in the program for the rest of the year. So when Andela came in, the target was to train 500 people. So we did 509, and then about 75% are employed within companies in Rwanda, but also in the region in Africa. And we have even a small portion who are working remotely with other companies, which are global. So to us, that is the first sign of success. It's the fact that their skills can translate in the job market.
I got introduced to Andela back in early 2019. I was a software developer in one of the local companies. So I applied back then got to join Andela through the program. And I was employed by Andela after that for, I think, 1 year. Right now, I lead a company called Bulletproof. And when they were coming here, they were looking for talent. And most of the talent that we have in the company went through the program.
The NST1's emphasis on establishing Rwanda as a globally competitive knowledge-based economy has been the driving factor of the efforts to raise a skilled talent pool. For Rwanda, this went hand in hand with fostering an environment conducive to tech entrepreneurship and innovation. To this end, the country worked to build the foundations of an ecosystem that connects founders to the capital, knowledge, and skills they need to build and scale their innovative solutions.
Rwanda is positioning herself as a proof of concept market where, for instance, the ease of doing business is the second on the continent. But a more interesting factor is if you're in Rwanda, you're looking at really at an East African market. Norsken has ambitions to have impact on a global level. So all of these conditions gathered together made Norsken decide to come to Rwanda. Within the last 3 years, we have become the largest entrepreneurial hub in the region with 1,200 plus members that represent some 300 companies. This then creates a vibrant community where the capital providers such as Renew Capital, Jasiri, and Catapult are here to support the founders that need that. We are already seeing early results of this vibrant ecosystem. For instance, we are proud of Eden Care. That was the first Rwandan company to be accepted into Y Combinator. In the last year alone, we have seen startups based here raise over $20 million, and we will continue to see progress over time.
At Lupa, we basically transform organic wastes or other agriculture byproducts into soil amendments, or what they call organic fertilizer. Basically, our mission is to increase agriculture productivity, promote soil health, and provide sustainable substitute to chemical fertilizer. We integrate IoT solutions into our compost processes to have consistent quality into our organic fertilizer and also promote efficiency in our production system. As an early stage startup, one of the hardest things to secure is funding. And winning Hunger Pitch Fest 2023, I think I myself, I didn't know how big of a stage that was. I got to shake the president's hand. It was exciting. And we were able to not only secure funding, but it created visibility, credibility, and access to a huge network of investors, policymakers, government entities, and not to forget clients. We got to be able to see that our business model was actually working. In terms of the production, we doubled the numbers, in terms of clients, and also being able to get access to numerous funding.
The steps taken by Rwanda to upskill citizens and enable a thriving innovation ecosystem had another underlying goal: to foster sustainable smart cities and communities where inclusive development and urbanization is a lived reality. Stay tuned for more on this in our next episode.